Yeah, I don't know that it's a social construct. I mean, it seems to me nature gets it right most of the time, 95% of the time. She puts us in the right gender-specific category. But she occasionally gets it wrong. So I'm getting a lot of echo off you, Gary. But, you know, she occasionally gets it wrong. She occasionally puts a man in a woman's body or a woman in a man's body. That's why, you know, I can accept that, you know, there's legitimacy to homosexuality and lesbianism. It's just the wrong gender got put, or the specific gender got put in the wrong body. But I don't see how that, you know, how you go from there to bisexuality. You know, I could see somebody, you know, being heterosexual, homosexual, or lesbian, but how do you be bisexual? I mean, how do you chalk that one up to nature? That one I can't quite.
Well, why are you chalking it up to nature? I mean, I don't see how it even has anything to do with nature. I think it has so much to do with conditioning. So, I mean, I think you could make somebody homosexual. I think you can make somebody horny for trains. I mean, I don't think there's any, you know, what you end up being sexually attracted to is going to depend on how you're treated. And they've done that with monkeys, you know. I mean, they raise monkeys the wrong way. They'll be sexually perverted. And yeah, and perverted I know is not a nice word, but I just mean they won't have normative sexual tastes. And, you know, so it's not a genetic thing. It's conditioning is a big part of the game. I mean, there's definitely people who are genetically under, or, you know, they might be too much of the wrong hormone for the sex that they are, and that'll end up giving them male or female traits depending, you know. So, I mean, that exists. So that you people really can't figure out how to do the Stickam thing. Ah, Christ, you gotta turn microphones off. Jesus Christ. So anyway, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, this happened to my aunt because she got this baby magpie rescued him when he didn't even have feathers. I don't remember how. And you know, magpies are, and I already told her at the time, which was like some 4 or 5 years ago, that, you know, magpies live for a fucking long time. You're gonna have this bird with you for like 20 years if you don't take it to a shelter or do something with it, because she won't return to the wild or with her own kind. And yeah, it was exactly like that. He got imprinted. He doesn't know he's a magpie. He thinks he's a human, and he thinks that my aunt is his mate. It's kind of funny, you know. At the times he tries to hump her and shit, and you know, she tried like numerous times to release it, and no, he thinks he's a fucking human.
But that's basically a repeat of Skinner's experiment.
He's a small man. He thinks he's a...
Right?
Yeah. But whatever. Yeah, well, that's imprinting that's a little harsher, but yeah, I mean, the point is, though, is that if we put you on an island, and, you know, the island of misfit toys or whatever, you're going to end up being attracted to whatever, the train with the triangle wheels, or you'll be attracted to the little dolly girl, or, I mean, I'm just saying, you're going to end up attracted to something on that fucking island. You're going to fuck something, and you're going to like it. But I mean, I could see it like in my own, you know, when I was a teenager. I mean, I didn't, you know, I wasn't. You didn't have a job, is that what you're saying? You didn't have a job, is that what you're saying? Afraid of... I'm just kidding, dude. You're cool, man. I'm just joking with you. You're cool. Yeah, I know, but you're just a waste of my time. I mean, what the fuck? Why should I... I know, I'm sorry, dude. I was totally rude. I was just kidding around with you, man. You're cool. I like you. You're cool. I like you. You're cool. Well, whatever. I don't need your approval, do I? You don't, man. I'm just saying I'm cool with you, bro. I think you're cool. I was just messing with you. Okay. Well, let's see if you can prove it by not being a pain in my ass. Jesus, I'm talking about a very sensitive subject, you know, you just barge in with your bullshit. talking about my almost homosexual experience and shit.
Alright, never mind. I'm sorry for doing that. Go for it. I want to hear all this homosexual shit.
Yeah, those you can dump on that next. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, when I was a teenager, I could have probably gone, if I would have had a relationship with a male, who knows where I would have been today, right? And I'm just saying, I came close, okay? I mean, I came close. And so if that would have happened, it might have changed my whole sexual maturation. So, you can't discount. I mean, for me, that just made it so clear to me just how close this thing, you're wobbling on this little line, you walk this fence until things get written really hard. It's kind of fudgeable, and you can go a lot of different ways.
Who is this guy you almost had a relationship with?
Well, I don't know if I should talk about it because, he might be still around somewhere. It was just it was a best friendly kind of thing, we just things. Yeah, we did we were naked a lot, and we were comfortable being naked, and but we didn't do anything, lit farts and that kind of crap. But we didn't actually have any sex thing. But we had boners, and we were turned on by each other. Yeah, we didn't do that. I just said that pretty clearly, didn't I? Ass wipe. All right, so you're just being a pain in my ass again. So fuck off. God damn. But I'm just saying, so it was a kind of thing where, I was really emotionally and physically attracted to this person. And so I'm just saying, if something did happen, if we would have gotten drunk or done something or whatever, who the hell knows where I'd be today? I'd be Mrs. whatever.
Well, Gary, I remember from conversations ages ago that you lost your virginity later in life, that post-adolescence is when you lost your virginity. When did your relationship with this gentleman take place? How old were you, and for how long did it last?
I was like 13 or something like that, 12, 13, blah, 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 somewhere in that range. And, it was only for a couple of years, and they moved. It was originally from Ireland, and he was kind of a neat kid. It was actually, he's got kind of a neat story. He was, him and a friend were, playing with matches and shit inside a cave, a tunnel, an underpass, and there was a gas leak in there, and so the whole thing blew up. And his best friend, a big giant block, from the overpass, fell on his best friend, crushed him. And, he got burns on his arms, so his arms were scarred up. And, he was just a, that was just a hell of a thing, that's a hell of a thing to live with, and so right there, he was immediately attractive to me just because he had this fucking horrid, dark, dismal, crushing, experience, in his life. And the scars.
Well, exactly. Did you feel a need to help him, or was it just, did you
need to help him? I just had profound respect for him enduring this experience. It wasn't me helping him or any of that kind of bullshit. I didn't feel sorry for him. I felt horrified by the circumstance, and just the magnitude of it impressed me. I mean, it's just a hell of a...
Somebody like Dario. He was telling me that, all his girlfriends were fucked up in one way or another, either psychologically or had some big fucking drama in their life, or, there was this girl who had abdominal cancer, and then there was this girl who lost her family recently. I don't know. He was just attracted to I don't know to what, but it could not be a coincidence.
Yeah,
Gary, how long did it last?
There's no doubt there's some of that. Like I said, it was a couple of years, and then they moved, He moved back to Ireland, and so that was the end. And never heard from him since, and so forth. So, I mean, that was probably good, it's like I said, because it was a whatever. I mean, I was really attached to that friendship.
Did it take you a lot of years to actually develop a relationship with a woman after that? I mean, with your
I was already
relationship
when you're just not getting it, okay? I mean, I was I was already in love with a girl, so I mean, that wasn't a problem. You know, I wasn't like hot for guys, okay? I mean, I was hot for girls, but, you know, what the hell is that? Now that's a little bit, you know, come on. That's a little vulgar.
Yeah, Gary, but that screen name is fucking money.
I can't read all that shit. Enough of that anyway. It's a little bit too aggressive. So anyway, I'm just saying, it was just, you know, it was weird. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I didn't have any, it wasn't like I had any homosexual ambition. I didn't sit there and imagine him like, oh, I'm gonna butt fuck him. I mean, I didn't have any, you know, I didn't have any way to turn it into a practical physical act. I'm just saying that emotionally, and I liked looking at him. I didn't dislike looking at him, but I had no, you know, I had no imagination for a sex act. Okay, where a girl, yeah, I could get it. I knew what I wanted to do to a girl. I had no idea what I was going to do to him.
I am fairly certain that the majority of people are bisexual to different degrees. I mean, women are much more open to their alternatives of sexuality than men are, definitely, but that's just because of the society, because people see, you know, lesbians as being hot and gay men as being gross. But if you look at all civilization that didn't have this mindset, the homosexuality was, the bisexuality was, you know, in much higher rates. I am definitely, I'm certain that this is the case. You know, that most men are in fact attracted to other men, at least in a very small percentage, but they just cannot admit it, maybe not even to themselves.
Well, I mean, the trick is, though, is, like I said, because for me, it's being attracted and being able to consummate the relationship are two different things, you know. So, I mean, I could like a guy, and I could, you know, okay, well, all right, you could touch me a little bit, but I don't know, you know, don't be doing that. Well, don't be doing that. Don't you fucking even think about doing, you know, I mean, I'm going to have a lot of fucking rules with a guy where, you know, a girl, it's like, yeah, do anything you want, baby.
I'm sure that, I mean, maybe I'm just talking from, like, experience, because, I mean, up until, like, a few months ago, when you kept on calling me a lesbian just because I liked how girls look, I mean, I like to look at pretty girls, it was kind of like, you know, like looking at a pretty sunset or a painting, and you like looking at it and it's pretty, but you don't want to fuck it. But yeah, you know, I think it's just a mental thing, because once you really have that opportunity and you realize you can go there, you know, it's kind of, you start thinking differently.
Yeah, I'm not saying that ain't true, but women's parts are a little less, you know, I mean, penis, come on, ew, you know, mine's really cool, but somebody else's, I mean, damn, I don't know if you know, I don't want that thing hitting me in the eye.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was doing this thing, you know, well, you know, how does this go? Well, you know, this is about the age your mother had when she left you. So you kind of have this Oedipus complex, but, you know, like reversed. Fucking hate that shit. You know, everybody thinks they have this ability to psychoanalyze everybody and, you know, draw conclusions and, you know, talk about it. I mean, it's fucking absurd. I hope and wish and can't wait for the day when psychology would be like 100% replaced by neurobiology, and everybody who tried to do this would look so fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it's probably true. I
doubt it. I honestly doubt it.
Look, I mean, I hate all that psychobabble shit, so, you know, the people get way too convoluted. You know, I mean, like I say, I mean, I dreamt about fucking a train. Come on. There'd be some asshole come up with some kind of weird goddamn asshole theory about that. And no, it was just, you know,